gathering in this space to connect with nature as that vehicle for connecting with food. When we're in this space, we have so many reminders and cues to the creation that happens in the universal blueprint of synchronicity and the way that things work together. Through our meditation series, we're going to take you through the flag posts of the 4 directions. And we'll do that to walk you through 4 different elements, connect you to 4 different energies, to help you to explore through your meditations the different directions that you might experience as you walk through your days and through your journeys and through the stages of your life. When we do that, we will bring you through always with the oil called balance. And we have this balance blend. This is our balance blend, and Cheryl will bring it to you. The balance blend is mainly tree oils. We're always going to start with the balance blend. We're going to invite you to receive it in your left hand. So when Cheryl comes to you, if you can present your left palm, so that then you have it in your palm. You can have a wonderful cup inhale. And I'm going to invite you just to keep it on that one hand. If you have an oils practice, you might be familiar with doing it with 2. Just keep it in one hand and have a beautiful cup inhale. And we're going to suggest that you put them from that one hand onto the bottoms of your feet. We will be receiving another oil as well, so we want to help you to keep them unique to each other. When you're putting the balance on the bottoms of your feet, it's going to take about 30 seconds to absorb through your skin and about 20 minutes to circulate through your system to touch every cell in your body. That impact that's going to happen through your meditation experience is a centering and a grounding experience. That's what those trees give us, where we get that strength of the trunk that stays strong and holds together, the roots that stretch out to find balance, to bring in the nutrients that they need, and that canopy to stretch above to take in the energy of what is offered to us. Our balance oil assists individuals with staying present with a plan or an idea until it comes to fruition. So, beautiful way to start a meditation journey, to present yourself with an idea that will come to you in your meditation, and to hold yourself in that space right to the end. We're also having you place your oils on your feet as an energetic reminder that we are connected to the earth. Sometimes when we meditate, we can come up into the space of thinking and wisdom and receiving particularly from the breath that we're going to concentrate on today. And to have that grounding helps us to balance all of that comes through us. That's our oil blend called Balance, beautifully named for what it can assist you with in your practice. Our second oil is taking us right up into the ethers. Our second oil is very beautifully named Easy Air, that it flows beautifully. In Canada we call it Easy Air, in the States we call it Breathe. I have both labels on my bottle. And this is the oil that is the oil of breath. Today in our meditation we are going to be working towards the east, which is the element of air. It's that beginnings, it's springtime. When you receive the Breathe in your right palm, again, take the aromatics of it. It's tremendous, it's opening. One of the main components in Breathe is eucalyptus. And there's an oil in there that Cheryl and I were both looking at. It's called Raven Sarah. And it's supportive to the breath and to the respiratory system, along with the eucalyptus and the mints that are in there. So take that in and let the breath flow into you. There are some times when I smell that and I can feel it come all the way back through the sinuses. It's tremendous. So again, in one hand so that you smell it. You're going to rub it to your chest so that you're getting that beautiful aromatics as you practice. You might want to rub under your nose, and I did try it today when Cheryl suggested it to me. It's like having Vicks under your nose. It doesn't get stingy. I liked it. And then certainly to the back of your neck, because that would be cooling. And we are getting some shade now, but it's nice to have that cooling. The easy air is that oil that takes us to the spirit. In one of our resources, it described easy air as the oil that supports an individual's relationship with spirit. It deepens one's connection to life and invites individuals to go through the breathing process of letting go on the breathe out and learning to receive on the breath in. I'll repeat that so you can try. Assists the individual to let go when we breathe out, and learning to receive when we breathe in. That eucalyptus, the mints, let the breath fill you. Easy air help you to be open to receive.
Sure. So part of the practice of meditation, I know you've done some meditation in your life. Kelly, have you done meditation practice in your life? So part of the challenge of meditation is that we are trying to manage that monkey mind. That is part of it. And I want you to embrace the notion that as you practice, you are observing that mind and not getting upset about it. So one of the things I love to bring into a meditation practice, and we can build on this each week, is when the mind goes where you don't want it to go, instead of getting upset with yourself, instead of thinking, oh, I'm off track, or whatever, to just simply acknowledge for ourselves, oh, well, I wandered off to thinking about what I'm doing tonight. Oh, I wandered back to what I forgot to do today. And the phrase that I love that is kind of a Buddhist practice, a detached practice, the witness practice is, isn't that interesting? Instead of the frustration of not being on target. And so if we can say, isn't that interesting? For me, it's like, then I can let it go. And as we today invite the beginning of our directional observation, and we focus on the concept of air, and we think about different ways in meditation that we can move thoughts when they don't serve us, I kind of like that idea of watching them float away on a cloud. So we can think about that, because this is air. This is breath. This is life. And so we can really use that. We can use the air to help us to move what doesn't serve. And so if at any moment, even if it's just, oh, how much longer do I have to sit here? My back hurts. That's a distracting thought, right? And then we go, oh, I'm noticing that I'm frustrated with that my back hurts. Isn't that interesting? And, come back to just asking the air to help us move that and to release that. So really honor the place of witness as we go forward. And for tonight, as we focus on east and air, I also want you to know that Nancy and I decided for these 4 weeks to introduce repeated rituals, because again, as we come into practice, the more rituals, the more the mind learns, oh, that's what I do. When I hear those bells, I drop, right? So if we have ritual, that also helps us. So for ritual, and I know, Nicole, you're gonna get up and try to move around with me. Part of what we're gonna do as we honor ritual each week and come into our meditation is take a minute in standing posture in each direction to invite the 4 elements and the energy of that in standing posture. And then I'll bring you back to either sitting or laying as you so choose. So I'm gonna move us around to the east. We're gonna face the elements. We're gonna face the directions. So, do you feel like east is completely that way? Okay. I'm gonna follow your compass. So I'm gonna ask you in standing to come into mountain as we begin our meditation time tonight. That means our feet are about hip width apart. And we extend those toes and feet into the sand so that we can feel supported and honored by the earth. Let your knees be soft so that you're not rigid in any way. Let your arms be by your side, but recognize in mountain that we're coming into strength. So just checking in with yourself as you close your eyes to notice your body, noticing your posture. Allow your knees to be above your feet. Think about your posture and any shifts you need to make. Allow your hips to be above your knees. Allow your shoulders to be above your hips. And as you think about your head, just imagine a thread that pulls your crown up toward the sky so that you just elongate that neck a little bit and you feel strong. And as we move into the 4 directions, we will allow ourselves to hold this pose for a minute in each spot. So closing your eyes in the strength of the mountain, connected to the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We bring our attention to the east. We bring our attention to beginnings. The beginning of a 4-week series. The beginning of summer. Perhaps there are other seasons in your life that are just beginning now for you. Beginnings means new birth. And in the east, we honor the air, the place from where we come. Arriving from the air, we find ourselves in this human form. A perfect little seed planted here by the wind. As you honor the east, as you honor air, as you honor the breath of life, notice the wind as it touches your face. And then shifting your body, we'll come around to the south. Keeping yourself in mountain, noticing your alignment, noticing your posture, being comfortable with your eyes closed so that your body is balanced and supported, knowing you have the grounding, blending your feet, helping you with that alignment. As we come to the south, we honor and invite the season of summer. We honor and invite passion, fire, creativity, joy. As we come to the south, we honor the energy of youth, adolescence. Breathe and hold. Breathe and hold. Each time you breathe in, imagine that you breathe the energy of the season into your left hand, and you breathe out the intention of your practice. What's your intention for the next 4 weeks as you take this time for yourself? Is it just, or is there a focus? Is there a goal? Is there a purpose? Either way, it's perfect. It's perfect for you. Bringing our awareness, we shift our body to the west. Remembering our bubble, remembering to move all external distractions. The west is the element of water, season of fall, the space for harvest and gratitude. Recognizing this time for yourself, breathe in to gratitude. And one more time, moving your body as you come to the north. If you're comfortable in the north, you might want to step off the mat and really allow your feet to be in the earth. The element of north is the earth. So feel your feet in that sand. The season is winter, endings, closure. Quiet, meditative, cocooning, reflective time. Remembering the bubble, remembering your internal space, honoring the strength of the earth as you feel the sand beneath your feet. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And since tonight we're bringing our particular focus to the east, I'm going to ask you now to come to the mat, but to come facing the east so that we really honor that element of air in the direction of beginnings. So if you need to move your mat in any way that allows you comfort, whether you're going to sit or lay now, I want you to be able to really bring in the energy of east, okay? So decide how that's going to be for yourself as you come down onto your mat.
I can't quit you. That's what they do in the movies. They're so angry at the
And you have extra mats if you need. We have them because I know now we're on a little bit of a downhill. So if you need to support yourself with something under your head, so we don't want tripping up any vertigo problems or anything like that. I certainly have those issues. So get yourself in such a way that you're comfortable. Nancy, would you mind bringing me the bells when it's convenient for you? Thank you. So as you come into your quiet space on the ground and you allow the earth to support you, I want you to remember that tonight we're acknowledging the notion of air, which is where meditation begins. It begins with the breath of life. Without breath, there is nothing. So let us bring our awareness just to the breath. And as you focus on the breath, I want you to open your eyes and look up to the sky. And for right now, just let your thoughts go wherever they want to go. No judgment, no focus, no effort. Stare at the sky, find a cloud, a ray, a space in the ethers, and see where that takes your thoughts. This is the space from where you came.
You screwed me.
The breath of life comes in all kinds of forms. And as my guru teacher would tell me repeatedly, let all outside distraction take you further into yourself. See what you can do to put that bubble around you as we recognize that there are many forms for the breath of life. And as you find that space in the ethers, as you allow your eyes to fixate on a spot, see if you can use that to let the thoughts drift. Invite them to drift, to float, drift and float, drift and float. And closing your eyes, bring your awareness to your left hand. the energy of receiving. As you bring your awareness to the energy of receiving, what are you receiving right now? Good, bad, or indifferent? Be intentional and purposeful, inviting in only what serves you through your left side, through your receiving side, and creating a flow with breath and air. Move out what doesn't serve you through your right hand, through your releasing side. Imagine you can circle energy just as you circle the breath through your body. Circle in what serves, circle out what doesn't. Breathe in to peace, breathe out any stress. Breathe in to presence, breathe out what does not serve you. The breath, the air, in and out. Simple, easy, effortless. In and out. In and out. And I know we don't have a great amount of wind today, but the east is air, which is wind. Can you notice air as it lands on your body? Is there any spot, the gentlest touch, a feathery tickle, a sense of being supported by the element of air? Can you find that anywhere on your body? Can you find the touch of the breath of life? The touch of the breath of life. In and out. Receiving, releasing. Receiving, releasing. Always, as a part of our practice, it's important that I allow you the opportunity to work with your own mind, to find your own way of controlling thought and presence and moving distraction. So I'm going to leave you here for 2 minutes in silence, recognizing that the air supports you in its bubble, recognizing that the wind and the sacredness of the east and the beginnings of summer are all around you in many forms. And just allow yourself to be with that energy. No judgment, just observing. Distractions isn't that interesting. You'll hear me ring the bell in a couple of minutes.
Got it.
I'll do a dog, right? You can skip it and then you can kill us. Will you lick his lips? Lick his lips.
Wanted to get right in there. Is there any beer in oil that's fucking on a beach? Yeah, it's a big. Yeah, it's a big no-no. Still big no-no.
Alright, but real story though, this is just a warm up for the Jays game. Like, are we going hard on the Jays game or what? No, I'm being cave right now, like whatever, half a bottle of whatever. It matters because I talked. Jaws, you can't drop her. You can't drop her. Oh, sorry.
Find your way back to the breath.
Dude, everybody's throwing rocks at the boys.
Find your way back to the body. Find your way back to the beach.